Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Jupiter. Let's have a hand for Joanne Keys on the piano. Welcome to all of you. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Welcome to Unity of Jupiter. I'm Michael Beecher. I'm your board president. We have a really great service planned for today. Reverend John Denney will be our guest. I shouldn't call him a guest speaker. I mean, he's kind of our homeboy, right? And Kathy Ross will be gracing us with her singing voice. And then after the service, we're having our reunion gratitude potluck with turkey and ham and all kinds of great stuff. So hope you'll all be able to join us. So let's all join together. Stand up, please, and let's sing together, "My Soul is Welcome Here."
Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah.
Advance the slide.
In the right place at the right time, right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, right time, right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Welcome here.
My soul is welcome here.
Welcome here.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Thank you, everybody. Please be seated. Let's welcome John Denney.
All right. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for coming and concluding this Thanksgiving week with us here. Oh, microphone. Do that. Start over here. Thank you all so much for coming, finishing our Thanksgiving week here at Unity. And this has been a great week doing the research for this talk, learning about Thanksgiving and gratitude and bringing it all together. So if I can just ask you to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let us say a little opening prayer. Light is eternal, O soul of the cosmos, fill us and light the darkness of night. Go thou with us through all of life's journeys and make us one in thy light. So mote it be. And I'd like to welcome everyone here today. Anybody here for the first time? I see some, nice to see you, Robert. I got to meet him. Welcome. And get to see some old faces I haven't seen in a while, so I'm super grateful for that. And now, if you'll join me with our statement of faith today, which is found on the monitors. God is all there is and present everywhere. This is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence. And then this is the affirmation I chose for this week, sort of instilling this sense of gratitude, this sense of thanks. So if you'll join me, I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am is those secret words. We say those over and over. Whatever you're following up that with, watch out because you'll be getting it. I am grateful. And so I just want to welcome you all. We're in for some fun this morning. Going to learn about gratitude and Thanksgiving. And now we are going to have one of my favorite congregational songs led by Kathy. No.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind.
Everybody sing along.
I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. I am thankful, I am abundant. I have love all around me. I am thankful, I am abundant. Right now, right now. We are thankful, we are abundant. We have love all around us. We are thankful, we are abundant. Right now, right now.
That last verse we could do one more time, no?
We are thankful, we are abundant. We have love all around us. We are thankful, we are abundant. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now.
Thank you, Mike. That's definitely a song. If you sing it to yourself when you're down, it just generates energy. So, there.
Welcome, everyone, again. Let's start today by affirming our Unity of Jupiter core value, unity. And if you want to sing along while you say it, that would be even better. We are unity, all my brothers, sisters, and me. Needs a little work. Yeah. Today's daily word is hope and faith. We affirm, hope dawns within me and leads me to deepen in faith. And the message reads, as Advent season begins, I say no to pessimistic or hopeless notions that may have crept into my thinking, dimming my hope and weighing on my mind and heart. Today, I say yes to goodness and positivity. I feel a sense of renewed hope dawning within me, a promise that something wonderful is on its way. In these moments, I feel my faith reborn. I reaffirm my belief that no earthly condition, no worldly circumstance is greater than spirit. This is where I place my faith, in the power, presence, love, and grace of God. As I call upon these divine attributes within myself, I perceive them more readily in others. I grow in faith that together we have the power to create the world of our highest imaginings. Today's daily word is inspired by Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. And we have a few announcements as usual. Reverend Beth Head, Southeast Region Coordinator for Unity Worldwide Ministries, will be with us next weekend, December 3rd and 4th. Now, it's going to be a two-day affair. On Saturday the 3rd from 9:30 to 3:30, Reverend Beth will lead a special workshop called Honoring Our Past, Creating Our Future. This interactive workshop will encourage all members of Unity of Jupiter to participate and look into the history of Unity of Jupiter and Unity Church in the Gardens to help us heal from this difficult period of transition we faced since 2019 and prepare for our next chapter, which will include hiring a permanent full-time minister. The more members who attend, the more effective this workshop will be, and the board will be calling every member to invite them personally to this important event. I know the calls have already gone out, so you may have already talked to board members. If you haven't, you probably will be soon. Lunch will be served and a love offering will be requested. The month of December promises to be a great one. Oh, that's the wrong slide. Oh, okay. Promises to be a great one at Unity of Jupiter. Next Sunday, Reverend Beth Head, of course. December 11th, John Denney returns. Woo, woo. Followed by Reverend John Considine on the 18th. Our Christmas Eve service on Saturday, December 24th will be led by John Denney once again, and will feature the Unity of Jupiter Choir. Whoop, whoop. There will be no service on Sunday, December 25th. Now, as I mentioned earlier, or maybe I didn't mention it, we are having our Unity Reunion Gratitude Potluck, so we hope that you'll all stay with us for the wonderful meal and fellowship following the service this morning. And finally, our Wednesday prayer group is back. Join Pam Shostin and our prayer chaplains every Wednesday at noon here in the sanctuary. Prayer is one of the 5 unity principles, our way of connecting with God. And our Wednesday prayer group is the perfect way to spend your midday with Spirit. And now, to lead us into meditation, let's all join together in singing Surely the Presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
All right. So let's just all take a deep breath, getting present, bringing our focus and attention into this room, into our bodies, into the here and now. And today, let us start by relaxing. Just relax the physical body, starting at the top of the head. Just relax the face and the back of the head. Relax the neck and the shoulders, the arms, elbows, forearms, wrist, fingers, hands, and thumbs. And relax the upper back, the chest, the lower back, the abdomen, pelvic section. Relaxing the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, feet, and toes. And having relaxed the body, relax the mind, bringing your focus and attention up into the top of the head. Where God is, I am. And today, in this week of Thanksgiving, we want to practice our gratitude. And gratitude is what opens the doors to all blessings. It leads to happiness and attracts to us whatever we're grateful for. So our daily practice of gratitude is to choose one small thing. We don't want to choose anything too big because our minds will wander. Just choose one small thing to be grateful for. And then in the attitude of receiving, be ye thankful. Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. So just hold that thought of consciousness in mind, of gratitude in mind, and let it well up. I was told it takes about 45 seconds to build a perfect thought of gratitude. Having formed these thoughts of gratitude, gently pull them down into the body, into the aura, realizing I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's gratitude that opens the doors to all blessings. Be ye thankful. Gratitude is closely associated with silence. It's a deep inner attitude, an inner feeling. Can't really express it. It's just something we are. We express it through thankfulness, through thanks. So now let us open our eyes, coming back to this room, feeling a little different vibration of gratitude, of thanks going on deep inside each of us right now. And I kind of skipped a little part I wanted to do at the beginning, but it's okay because it's gratitude and thankfulness. So that was practicing gratitude. And now I'd like to practice thanks. And when we welcome people, we always have that part in church where we welcome people. Today, I just want you to, don't have to touch hands or look, but I want you to look someone in the eyes, and I want you to say thank you. And then I want that person, and then, then you have to receive it, okay? It's easy to give it. But then you have to look at that person again. Now, my daughter and I coached volleyball teams for a long time, and we had a few little drills we do at the beginning of these workshops. And one was called the thank you drill. It's kind of a thank you party. And everyone on the team had to walk around and find that other person on the team and just say thank you. Nothing else, just thank you. And so just find one or two people now to look in their eyes and say thank you. Nothing more, nothing less, and then let them say it back to you. Feeling that thought of thanks. Thank you. Thank you. So that is the practicing of thanksgiving, something, an outward expression of an inward state. When we're grateful people, we got to let it out. We got to be able to express it. And that's what we do in the Thanksgiving week, particularly. Now, Umberto Fulmore said we shouldn't just isolate it to that one holiday of the year. We should be doing this all year long. And I'll talk about that in my sermon in a little while. But I wanted you guys to just experience the difference, because gratitude is an inward state where thankfulness and thanksgiving is an outward one, where we let it out, praise and joy. So we'll talk about that more, but one thing that really came to me was that Carol taught me, think of one small thing. And he said it was hard to think of a small thing, but when we think of a big thing, our minds tend to wander. So I'm glad we got to practice this moment of gratitude and thanksgiving together. And now let us finish this time of prayer and meditation with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. It only says error up there because we usually sing it, but when we say it, we say evil because it doesn't rhyme quite as well. And I think now we get to hear a song, Kathy, is that right? All right. Well, I'll be back in a minute.
A minute to get it adjusted here. I'm in tune still. Here's a song that came today. I was walking on my way down, down, down along the sea. My head was full, my heart was heavy. Little sign of hope, if any. I was blue, blue, blue as the ocean deep. Oh, but I kept walking on my way, high above the crashing waves, till a still small voice sang to me, singing, lay it down, all the way onto the ground. Come and lay your worry down. Lay it down from your heart right here and now. Come, lay your worry down. I have tried to hold it all, keep the hurt behind these walls. I've been solid, so rock hard. Now the hurt is grown too big to hold. Now these walls are cracked and broken. They're falling, yes, they're falling apart. So let the tears come rolling down, let them shower to the ground, falling, falling from my heart. Singing, lay it down, all the way onto the ground. Come and lay your worry down. Lay it down from your heart right here and now. Come, lay your worry down. Lay them down one by one, offer each one of them up, and turn and know as you walk away that you're not alone, help is on the way. So here I stand beside this reef, humbled by the pounding sea, as I'm ready to surrender and release. A simple altar I have made, down upon it I have laid a ring of pebbles for my grief. And as I turn to walk away, I hear the crashing of the waves, washing my sorrow out to sea. Singing, lay it down, all the way onto the ground. Come and lay your worry down. Lay it down from your heart right here and now. Come, lay your worry down. Oh, please, come
Thank you. Thank you so much. Lay your worries down and pick your blessings up. That's what we want to do, right? And for every blessing we lay down, we better put something in its place. And for every worry we lay down, we better put something in its place, or that worry will just come right back again. It's like it's like a boomerang. Worries are like a boomerang. We got to replace them before they come flying back again. So super happy to be here. My talk today is gratitude and Thanksgiving, so we're off to a good start. Yesterday was my 28th wedding anniversary. My mother said she couldn't do that no matter how many times she tried. So anyway, that's, it's pretty impressive. We come from a family where it's a little tricky. But this has been a really fun week. If anybody gets a chance to do one of these talks, I highly recommend it, because you do a lot of research. And I got to look up all my favorite authors and what they had to say. I got to look up, Emmett Fox and Wallace Wattles and Neville Goddard and Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, and just what did they have to say about thankfulness and gratitude? How were they different? How do we apply them? And it's fun to have a really targeted research like that. We get out of school, we don't seem to stick on one subject very long, at least I don't. So I chose a scripture this morning from the 100th Psalm at the 4th verse. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. Thanks seems to be one of the connecting factors, and we all talk about this as gratitude and thanks. So I looked up, Myrtle Fillmore had a whole talk on Thanksgiving, and she said thanksgiving and gratitude are qualities of the soul, too little understood and exercised. People really don't use this stuff as much as they can. And she says, if you've never practiced daily thanksgiving in the home, you have left unused one of the most potent factors available to you for bringing about ideal conditions in your household. The practice of Thanksgiving, she said, should not be observed in the home just on one day a year, the national holiday, but should be observed every day of the year. And heaven and earth listen and respond to the soul that's quickened with thanksgiving. Giving thanks is increased meager supply into superabundance. And we see it over and over. And I think this gratitude, I am so grateful. I'm grateful for 28 years of marriage. I'm grateful for each and every day. And I really believe my gratitude today is what leads to a strong tomorrow. And you see an argument today. If that argument today leads to an argument tomorrow, tomorrow's argument's even worse. And then the next day gets worse. And so it keeps going in either direction. Myrtle Fillmore said, praise is gratitude in action. And praise is always a word, for some reason, I've had a problem with. I've always looked at it like we're praising something outside of ourselves for something. And the way I got to understand it this week is no, it's that inner burning desire of gratitude which creates that praise. So I'm praising from the inside out. I'm not praising an outside entity. I'm praising, there's something burning inside me which I just have to let it out through praise, song, or whatever. So as I said before, gratitude is an inner state closely associated with silence. So when we do the harmony exercise, we think of that thing to be grateful for, and then we allow silence for that thought of gratitude to well up inside us and creating this thing, and then we keep it there. Have you ever heard someone say, I'm really grateful, and then the next sentences are how bad life is and how horrible the world is, and you're like, well, you say you're grateful, but I don't really see it. There doesn't seem to be any joy. There doesn't seem to be the outward appearance of gratitude or thankfulness. I very seldom hear you say thank you. So how do you see the gratitude? People say they're grateful all the time, but then they need to show it. So looking back, One thing I learned is when we find ourselves in a low, in a down, look back on the last month, last year, last 6 months, and look for the things you actually missed being grateful for. So often I have clients and they'll tell me how horrible life's going, and I'm like, yeah, but last week you just told me you got out of debt for the first time. You just told me this happened and this happened. So for some reason, as humans, we tend to like to focus on the negative. And one of my favorite authors, Wallace Wattles, who said, the whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. Think about that. And we've all heard that, if you only said one, if the only prayer you ever said in your life was thank you, it'd probably be enough. And he says, first you believe there's one power, one presence from which all things proceed. And then you believe this substance gives us everything we desire. And third, you relate to this substance with a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. This is the real trick to connect it to. For me, it's been what I've learned really connects us to this source. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him, failing to make acknowledgement. If you want more of what you're getting, so many of my clients, you hear people, oh, life's going really good. I don't even have to meditate anymore. I'm just like, oh boy, It seems that when we meditate when times are good is when things really start to happen. We can all meditate when the chips are down. That's easy, But meditating when times are good, it's a little trickier, but that's what really supercharges our blessings. So Thanksgiving. Gratitude is this inner state. Thanksgiving is this outward state, an outward expression of inner gratitude. Like I said, if the only prayer you ever said was thank you, it would probably be enough. So my daughter coaches these volleyball camps. And she goes to these camps, she's been doing it for about a year now and gets traveled around the country to teach these camps. And she was at the camp, she says, I want to be the supervisor of morale. And the owner of the camp said, well, why don't you just be the director of morale? And she's like, all right, I'll be the director of morale. So she's going to make sure everybody's having fun. And then within 2 or 3 days, she got promoted to president of morale. And now if you go on the Better of Beach website, it says Allie Denney, president of morale. They want to keep people in a positive attitude. Why is she president of morale? Because she understands love and gratitude. She understands that her good mood is something she can attain. She can claim that position because she can be in a good mood every day. You want to know what gratitude's like? This is really pretty, right? You want to add gratitude so we all look as beautiful as that. Add gratitude. And it lights up, There's just something about it. It's like it was pretty without the light, but with the light, it's like, whoa. And that's kind of like what we are as humans. When we're thankful, something lights up in us. And it's hard to really put a finger on it, but it is. Oprah Winfrey, another person I found, she said, gratitude is the inner feeling of kindness received. The love of God, the love of people, whatever. Gratitude is that inner feeling. Thankfulness is the natural impulse to express that feeling. Thanksgiving is following that impulse. So, see it, feel it, be it. I talk about the Hermetic laws a lot, and the Hermetic laws are really laws that kind of follow this metaphysical world. The law of mentalism. There's vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. But today I want to talk about one, correspondence. And we talk about part of this law a lot. As above, so below. That's the beginning of the law. We've all heard it. Bodhi said it a lot the last few years. As above, so below. The next part of this law is a little harder to understand. As below, so above. So it works both ways. Now, what we think about, we bring about, right? So that's as above, so below. Now, if I look at something and I look, man, that's a horrible situation there. And I look at this situation and it makes me feel horrible. Now, as below is starting to affect the above. I'm starting to have sadness and worry because of what I see. This is very dangerous. This is what happens to a lot of people in life, right? So I start to believe what I'm seeing. This is, with this particular example of developing our inner gratitude with our thanksgiving, it's an incredible thing. If we look at something to be grateful for, thank you for this gourd here that says gratitude. As soon as I think thanks for that, now I'm actually, as below, I'm increasing my inner gratitude because it's making me feel good. I express thanks for that in the below, and now the above feels a little bit more gratitude. So it works both ways. We can use it from the as above, so below, or as below, so above. It's a corollary law. It also says as within, so without, as without, so within. But it's completely this relationship to what's going on inside me is what I'm receiving. So we always talk about that one. So what we bring about. I think this particular one is maybe the most misunderstood. I read a lot about the Hermetic laws, and when I read about this as below, so above, it doesn't seem like people have a real good handle on it. But when it clicked to me, I was like, oh, there you go. We start to believe the lies. You guys have all heard, it's easier to lie to someone than to convince them they've been lied to. Once someone buys into a lie, good luck changing their belief. You know, it's crazy, even if it's a full lie. So it's a cyclical law. And like I said, we can't believe what we see. We have to believe the unseen, like we talked about last time. So the second trick to this seems to be is giving thanks first. Well, we've all been taught. How do we learn it? You say thank you. They just did something nice to you. Now, I don't think the thank you that I said after my mother's told me to say that really meant much. I don't think I felt anything. Okay, thank you. Say it like you mean it. You're like, okay, let me try this again. Thank you. You know, you don't even quite understand what's going on there. But if we look what Jesus did, and Jesus, he said, he lifted up his eyes and he said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. I knew, not I know, I knew thou hearest me always, but because of these unbelievers, I'm going to say it. But he thanked this Father first. He thanked God first. He thanked this force first before he received the thing. So we go to my sister Robin's house for dinner quite often. She's sort of the glue that keeps our family together. Well, saying grace is a really important thing to her. When do you say it? After the meal? No, you say it before the meal. You give thanks before we receive the nourishment. And this is like one of those little ingredients that we don't really learn about the use of thankfulness and gratitude. It has to be done first. We give thanks, pray as if you've already received the thing. Give thanks as if you've already received it, then you shall have it. So it's easy to say thank you after the event has happened. So giving thanks is the word. You know, this needs to be an outward expression. That's why we practice that little exercise of thanksgiving. Giving and receiving thanks. So important. So there's a lot of, I know that I'm someone who very seldom goes to the negative, but last week, while we're all Thanksgiving, we're seeing multiple mass shootings. We're seeing these horrible things go on in the world. And again, it's my belief if there was a proper thing going on in the household and these kids didn't, obviously they're not getting enough love and gratitude. And I was thinking how I could say it, but I didn't want to get attacked. So luckily I found the way Myrtle said it. So no one can point fingers at me. So given wise, okay, so she says, given wise and loving mothers, orderly and harmonious homes, we could eventually dispose with primitive laws and corrective outlays. If this stuff was being taught, I mean, knock on wood, my children are doing well, but I think a lot of it has to do with these principles that have been in their lives for so long and as a foundation of love, gratitude, and forgiveness. Just like that's why she's the president of morale, but she's also the president of forgiveness and all these other ones too. So gratitude and thanksgiving are so important. We all gave it this week. We give thanksgiving. We become gratitude. And the third and last point I wanted to sort of make today is, what are the things we can do in our lives to increase our inner sense of gratitude? What are some of the things that I do, some of the things that you guys do that can really increase this? The first is a daily practice. I'm 2,200 days. I don't want to brag anymore, but everybody knows I meditate every day. Big deal. But one piece of that meditation is the gratitude prayer. And I think it's something to be grateful for, and then I let that gratitude well up inside each and every day for the last 5 years, at least once a day. That has made a giant difference. You know, it's unbelievable, but it's a daily practice of gratitude. The other thing I was talking about last week is this inner voice in my mind. You know, that's saying something all the time. Well, let's make it say what we want to say it. And when I make that voice say thank you, just at a random time of day, I'm not saying it out loud, I just think it. Thank you, thank you. And that in itself seems to just calm everything down. A gratitude list. You guys all have heard that book, The Secret, and she wrote another book called The Magic, which is basically a whole book of gratitude exercises. But the first one is just a simple gratitude list. I think they go in a little bit too many, but I just recommend 3 things. Just 3 simple things. Write them down. I'm grateful for my toothbrush. I'm grateful for my dog. I'm grateful for whatever. And then read it over and do whatever you want with it, but it just quickly instills it. A gratitude journal or a gratitude reminder, like saying, looking into the past year, what's all the stuff that you missed being grateful for? Because you can re-up it a little bit. And gratitude reminders, you know, you can have a little something with you in your car, you know, there's lots of different things we can do. But the more we can instill and practice gratitude and thankfulness on a daily basis, the better, happier, and healthier we're going to be. And then one of my last favorite authors is Neville Goddard, and he was just a great writer. But he said that, he goes, one of my ways of praying is simply to feel thankful. If I want something, either for myself or another, I immobilize myself physically, and then I produce a state akin to sleep, like sort of that place we go in meditation and prayer. And he goes, then I feel thankful and happy. I assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Again, praying before we receive the thing we want. I assume the wish, I assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and with my mind dominated by this single sensation, I go to sleep. I need do nothing. And then my feeling is fulfilled. It is done. Seeing these things is done, and really knowing that God is going to figure it out for us. You know, having this incredible faith in this power to figure it out. So now, let us just take a little moment of silence, take a deep breath, and go back into that state of gratitude. I am grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just rising our vibration to this highest state. Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. I knew thou hearest me always. With God, we are a majority. So let us give a deep thought of thanks for coming together today, asking special blessings for each other and everyone we'll come in contact with today. Open our hearts and minds that we can express health, harmony, and abundant supply in each of our lives, while maintaining an attitude of love and gratitude. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. I want to again offer my deep and sincere gratitude that all of you chose to come here this morning and spend this time with us in gratitude and thanksgiving. Could not be happier. And as Michael comes up to ask for donations, be generous, but even more so, I read again, when you give that donation, give extra thanks. Just be thankful for the gift you have to give. We read it everything. Be thankful for this gift we have to give. Well, that thanks is what multiplies it. So thank you again. I look forward to seeing you December 11th.
Thank you, John. Great message. So now, as we move into our celebration of abundance, let's call it our celebration of Thanksgiving today. Our opportunity to give back from our financial abundance. Let's read the Unity of Jupiter Prosperity Blessing together. It's up on the monitors. In a universe overflowing with the abundance of good, we acknowledge God as the source of all our blessings. We affirm our receptivity and acceptance of this good from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good comes to us now. Thank you, God, and so it is. There are many ways to give to Unity of Jupiter. You can drop your gift off in the baskets that are going to be going around. Thank you, Larry and Maureen. You can give digitally through our website, unityofjupiter.org, Unity QR code, or through the PayPal QR code, both of which are available on laminated signs posted throughout the church. You can text your donation to 561-581-1119. That's how I give, and it's so easy. You can also give by credit card in our bookstore, or fill out a credit card donation form and drop it in the basket or leave it at the bookstore. I guess we should take that part out. Most of these options can be set up for automatic recurring giving. To keep our time of giving sacred, I'd like you to now take your gift in your hands and bless it. You are planting the seeds to your own prosperity and giving back to God from the abundance that has already been provided for you. Breathe life into your gift and thank God that you have this gift to give. And now affirm with me the offertory blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
That was a really great talk. I got to say, I'm really grateful for this church and all the support it's given me musically over the years to help me grow. So thank you all so much. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart of freedom breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream of freedom waking that never takes a chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to care. And the soul of freedom dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose. Thank you.
Thought I was done there for a second. Okay, and now if we could bring the gifts forward, and we say thank you everybody for your generous giving and your gratitude and your giving of thankfulness. And I think we have some prayer chaplains here, but if we do, let us all just say thank you, thank you, thank you for this abundant supply, realizing abundance is our natural condition. Anything less is of our creation, of our own making. If we experience lack or anything less than total abundance, it's that we're not using this law correctly. So let us be thankful for our natural condition of abundant supply, which is enough and to spare for our every need now. Always enough and some left over, not too much, not too little. The perfect amount is God's law. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, if you join, and we'll sing the peace song followed by the prayer for protection.